Hello, it's Sean Zinn, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 19 on the year, and I want to continue to provide value and help you grow your business by giving you the education, giving you the information that can help you. And just a reminder for those out there that don't know exactly what I do, I'm an insurance broker. I'm also a Connection Machine. As far as anything you need, go to connectionmachine.biz and fill out a form. I have a variety of relationships that I would love to share with you. And if you're into, looking to develop yourself with video, I have my mentoring program. And last but not least, the web cards, new thing you got to check out. Please check that out at your own, convenience. My next guest, Glen Baker, has been in business for a short period of time, but he's very explosive. He's well versed in business, and I cherish him, and I appreciate his time that he spends. I learn a lot from him too. So I want to bring him on right now. There he is, Glen Baker. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Sean?
I'm doing excellent. How's everything going with you today and this craziness that's happening in our world?
Yeah, I other than the pandemic 20 is starting to put its way to my waistline because every time I walk past the kitchen, I need to have something. But all is well, healthy. Everyone I check with is healthy, which is even better. We're muddling through here.
That's all we can do. It's a time that we can't be on vacation. It's a time to, kind of reflect and see where you can go with your business, with yourself as personally developing, so that we get out of this and you are a better person. You've grown in this time. What are some things that's changed in your daily, routine before the virus and now? Like maybe let's talk about what you do in the morning and maybe a little bit about your schedule for your day.
Yeah, I know that's so I am a routine person. So I've had routines my entire life, or you want to call them habits, whatever people want to call them. But I'm a wake up early guy, do my blessing book, do my meditations. And also this year, I swore I was going to do 250 days at the gym. Joined it, came out of the gate, crushed it, and then all of a sudden we weren't allowed to go to the gym anymore. So my dining room is now pushed over to the side, and that has become the new gym for the family, and that's what we're going to be using for the time being. Certainly doing walks, right? And everyone's amazed they have neighbors nowadays, right? Everyone's walking around. It's crazy. And then the other piece is there's just so much negativity on all forms of media, right? And everyone's trying to commiserate. And the funny thing is that I have this blessing book, right? And I every morning I write something in it. And it's so simple to look down and go, man, we are still the most blessed country on this earth. There's so many things that we have that to be grateful for, but we forget what those things are. And it's down to the simple things. I took a warm shower this morning. Like, how cool is that? I got a warm shower now. I also take a cold shower before I take a warm shower because I teach myself not to negotiate with myself. But the reality is that those comforts, those things we have a family with us. I've had 12 consecutive days of dinner with my family for the first time in my entire adult life. I traveled 200 days a year, so I never had time to do this. There's so many things we have to be grateful for. So life has changed quite a bit, to say the least.
100%. I enjoy, the experience right now, of being around family, being around my daughter, seeing her daily grow and doing wonderful things. And going for those walks and trying to stay active. And that's important. So if you're out there, guys, definitely keep yourself motivated. Got to have a routine, even though we have a kind of a change of your daily habits. And we have, a lot of value we want to bring to you. Now, Glen, who are you and what are you all about?
So, I just did a radio show this weekend, and it was really neat because I do this planning for my life, is the way to put it. So I plan out the years, 10, 15 years out in terms of what I want to do. And when I do that planning, I put first and foremost my volunteer activities, which drive pretty much all of my life. And I tell everyone, when they say to me, why do you put volunteer before holidays and all these other things? And the reason why is there's only so many things in life that make me feel really, really good. And I like to do things that make me feel really, really good. And volunteering is one of those things. And it doesn't matter what the capacity is with the different organizations, but doing that. So first and foremost, I'm a community servant. I'm a servant leader within the community as well. So I do house a lot of both community events, leadership roles, fundraisers, things like that. Definitely involved with that. Second is I am a serial entrepreneur. I love starting businesses. I've started and sold 3. The last one sold for $91 million. So it's just a thing that I like. I love the challenge of the hunt, I guess is the way to put it. And I love whatever it brings. So right now, everyone's commiserating, going, boy, there's nobody working. There's nobody has the ability to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm looking at it going, well, we are now at the cusp of education completely changing, right? What product can I develop that's going to facilitate that? That's in my head, I say. We have a whole new service industry around digital that now has come to light, and we have so much value. So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm always thinking that way. I am from my own business today. I'm a real estate agent. I left corporate life because I wanted to be more local. I want to be embedded in my community and kind of like a mayor of the community without being the mayor and the politics associated with it. And then lastly, impact people's lives one-on-one. I love the idea of doing a one-on-one transaction with the thing that matters most to people, which is their home, and be material, be important in that process and bring them to where they need to go. So, and also I'm a father of 8. So I have lots of kids, 4 from my first marriage, 4 from my second marriage, and 4 living in the house today, and the rest are distributed around the globe right now.
No, that's beautiful. And family is a very key thing. And I'm sure that's a huge part of your why, of why you are the person that you are today and how you've grown over a course of many years, I'm sure. And I want to thank you for your time, but also we have a bunch of people on right now. Rich Calvert, we have Sean Abrams, Janice Alfano, Liz Hogan. Guys, hit that share button, hit the love button. We want to help as many people as possible. Drop a comment where you're watching us from in your house. We're not out. I know you're in different states and you might be in different areas, but where are you in your house? Are you in your living room? Don't say you're in the shower or in the bathroom. But let's have some fun. If you have questions, please put it in the comments below. If you have a website, drop it in the comments. This is your time to also use this time, the 15, 20 minutes that we have, to help and market your business as well, because that's what we're all about. That's a key thing. Now, you are Mr. Booten. You are the man, the myth, the legend. You are out and about. How did that all become what it is today? Did you do a lot of marketing? Can you talk about the marketing you've done in the past compared to what you're doing now?
Yeah. So in the past, I had done large scale programs for insurance and healthcare and items like that. So the marketing was very broad based. It wasn't like a razor sharp focus. And the one thing that became very evident to me in real estate was you need to be lightning sharp, like hit that right on the button and go after a marketplace and own it. And I knew that if I was to get my roots, I need to do it where I live and love the most, which is my town. That does not mean that I've done more deals outside the town than in the town, but I also do own 10% of the marketplace in the first 1 year of operation. So if it tells you that the tactic works, the way that I did it was Uber localization. So our slogan is about Uber localization. We are social, digital, and Uber local, and we mean it. And what that means is I talk to every business owner that I, on the main street, basically, that's open, to know where they stand and how they're doing. I know that their credit card transactions could be down as much as 33% right now, and that cash business is gone. It's not just about being a realtor. It's about being a part of this community and trying to stimulate that. Now, on the other side of it, being Uber local means being realistic too, right? So we are a blue collar town. We're salt of the earth type people. We're 2.2 square miles, not a huge town, right? But the people in the town are struggling a bit too. So when I tell people go out and support local, I'm very conscious of the fact that maybe they can't. Maybe those dollars don't exist. And my message to them is, do you need an accountability partner to walk around the neighborhood with you on FaceTime? I'm happy to do it. I keep putting up my Calendly links to let people schedule 15 minutes just to talk, because I feel like my corporate background, my entrepreneurial background, and my financial background allows me to give some advice that they might not get, 1, for free, but 2, just to help them get back on their feet and have someone that can rationally talk to them about some facts, opposed to all these opinions we're seeing on social media.
Oh man, 100%. That's 100% true. Glenn is down to earth. He'll take, some time to share his expertise. And if you're not reaching out to him and learning, and he's not all about recruiting, he's just all about giving first. Value, instead of just, list with me or, buy houses with me. Glenn's all about providing that value, giving back first. And that's a huge thing today. And yes, hyper local or uber local. You have to be. You have to be. That's the strategy. If you're a real estate agent and you're saying you can market the entire state of New Jersey, why would you drive to Cape May when you can punt, give it to someone down there, get your 20, 25, 30%, whatever you get as far as a referral fee, and move on to the next deal? But no, some people actually will drive and go up to High Point, go down to Cape May. There has to be better strategy, and localized, I believe, is the way to go.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. And also, being embedded lets you know things that are going on, what's being developed, what shop's coming to town. You can be the broker of information for all these different lines that matter to you, right? And that's the key, is that while I certainly care about the communities I sell in that are outside of my area, drive time is downtime where I'm not interacting with the people that I purposely came into the business with, right? Because I can make phone calls, but that's not my face-to-face where I shine. So uber local is it. It's pretty clear that, in realty, you'll hear the despise for Zillow, right? Everyone's, I love Zillow. I embrace Zillow. And the reason why is they've done what real estate MLSs haven't done, is aggregate and give us information the way we want to see it, right? So I work very closely with buyers that use Zillow, and I tell them to use Zillow. Don't go to my IDX site, go to Zillow, send me the link, and then we'll work together. But here's where the magic happens. Zillow can't get uber local. They're not there yet. They don't have the agent base. They don't have the ability to do that. And that's where we shine. That's where we know. I walk down a street and I can tell you the value of every house because I know it. I've been in it. And especially for me, as a fireman, I've been in 1,500 houses to 2,000 houses just in this town alone without real estate. So I know these houses. I know the neighborhoods. I know the backyards. So that comes to be very, very valuable in terms of uber local. But I agree with you, Sean.
It's something that everyone has to create, their own personal brand. If you are just hoping that your brokerage is going to get you deals, that's not how things work. Mm-hmm. Everyone buys and sells things in general, services and products, because of you, not some company that you're working for. So everyone, no matter what's going on, you should always help your broker, market their own brand as well. But you should have a strategic brand that people know of. So God forbid you leave and go somewhere else, you have that following too.
Yeah, agree. And I get a lot of folks trying to recruit. As soon as you start putting numbers up, every broker uses broker metrics, right? So everyone wants to buy me a free lunch. And when I got into it, one of the reasons I selected my particular brokerage was, one, it was close to home, so I could reply to fire calls, right? That was one reason. So selfish reason. The second was, I thought that their signage was all about the agent, not about the brokerage, right? And they were visible, they were in your face, and there's no mystery I work for Weichert, right, or work with Weichert. But those signs have our face right up in front, right, as a major part of the sign. That was a very big deal for me, that it was about building the brand for the agents. And even my team structure is about building the agents individually and their business individually. They're using my techniques and my approach, but it's all about them and their business. And so much so, everyone's heard of this circle of excellence, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of team leaders, they all take credit for their individual agents' accounts. They're the numbers that they put up. In my structure, I take a percentage of the deal that's small enough that it's under the needs for reporting. So when you see my numbers or my team's numbers, they're independent completely, and they've actually earned it, opposed to one that took 100 agents underneath them. Each one produced one deal, which is not a viable way to live. And it's I think the structure is unique. I'm in the process of beginning to take agents on salary and provide healthcare. Like, my goal is to bring them 401ks, to bring them healthcare to real estate. What's more sticky than that and takes care of people better than that?
That's awesome. That's beautiful. And that's how you're looking for the future too. It's development there. And it's important to continue having that vision that you're shooting for. You're growing. You're not complacent. I want to shout out a bunch of people jumping on. We have Joanna. We have Jason. You guys are awesome. We have some people dropping comments. Drop a comment. Where are you watching us from? What kind of business are you involved in? If there's anything we can collaborate with, hit that share button and hit that love button, because we're all about providing and helping as many people as possible. Now, Glenn, you've been in business for like 15, 16 years as a real estate agent. Can you talk about when you first started, you're all happy, you pass your test, and because that's all they teach you in school is to pass the test. and then it's a business. What did you do the first 90 days? And then how has that changed till now?
So my first 90 days was, first of all, figuring out how to launch, right? So I didn't want to come out and say, hi, I'm a new agent, give me all of your referrals. So I put together this whole entire campaign and marketing campaign around my name tag. I had a name tag that said Glen Baker, sales associate. And what I said was, what's behind the name, right? So I have 20 years of corporate experience and building and selling 3 companies. That's way different than most average Joe realtors that come in and they just want to make a bunch of money and have a flexible schedule, which, by the way, you can make a bunch of money, but you do not have a flexible schedule. You have to work. If you want to make money in real estate, you work. And it's a misnomer. So I took that and I used that as the basis for it. And then I found that social media was hands down the most effective way to get the message out, and specifically let people know that I'm here and I'm a face and I care. I'm not the beautiful face. I have terrible hair. I'm not a handsome dude, but what I do is I'm genuine and I genuinely care. Anyone that meets me will know that. Anyone that sees my videos will know that I intend to be that. So I took that message and really translated it into how do I disseminate information. I'm not a realtor you're going to see put up a post and say, here's my open house, come see me. Or I'm not going to put up a post and say, if you're thinking of buying and selling, reach out. That's not value. Value is education. A value is caring enough to try to inform people what makes a good listing agent, what makes a bad listing agent, right? And draw those lines so that they're better educated. There's lots of misinformation out on the internet. And a good example is right now we have this information around forbearance and deferral of payments, right? And people are thinking that they can just stop paying. Now, I'm not a mortgage guy, but I don't want people to stop paying. It's not good for the economy. It's not good for them. It's not good for anybody. Nice. So I'm trying to get that message out, even though it's not my wheelhouse. I think I'm putting out a value to say, if you have a question, reach out. I will connect you with the people. I'll get on the phone with your mortgage company with you if I need to try to help you, just because it's that important. So I think that's when I migrated, it was the case. And you will find, even down here on my logo down below, I call myself Agent 2.0. I wholeheartedly came out of the gate, believe 100% in digital, right? I'm smitten with the fact that I don't have to use cash right now. I think that is the coolest thing on earth. I haven't used cash in years, but the fact that I can go into a place and now they have no option but to take my phone payment or other, digital wins, right? So Sean, I think that's it answers. And I can go into digital in great detail too as well.
No, for sure. You definitely have, you're building things the right way, and it's all about building relationships. That's huge. And it's not just doing one transaction and then bye-bye. You're taking that one transaction, you're closing, and you're continuing that relationship. So down the road, you're going to get referrals from their family, their friends, their coworkers, maybe them in a couple more years. And it's a key thing to do that. People have to start keeping that mindset. And are you cutting your hair? Because my hair is out of control and I have to wear a hat because
I wanted to wear a hat. I was going to wear a hat today, but it didn't fit right. My head is so big. It's like, oh. But yeah, but I have been baseball capping like this. So.
Yes. It's just something that, and people are like, oh, I can't wear hats. I can't wear this and that. I don't, I have to be suited up all the time. You have to create your own brand as well.
Yeah.
So if you are one that likes to wear suits all the time, good luck. It's a lot of dry cleaning and all that stuff, but you also can get away with other directions. And I know maybe the clientele you're working with dictates maybe a certain way of dressing, but it's not the most important thing, especially now. And people say, oh, I can't do video. I don't know what to say, or I don't know how I'm going to, I don't like the way I look. Well, people are going to see you at some point, Miles, will get to know you and give that value, like Glenn was saying, instead of just saying, hey, list with me or buy something, whatever I'm selling. It's providing value first so that the business comes second.
Yeah, no one really cares what you look like. And I put out a quote early in my real estate career. I said that there's like 5 things that you use to pick an agent. And I was not in good favor with the real estate community, but it was, I said that if the person does not look like their business card, like the thing that you see online, and it doesn't look like them, they've already told you their first lie. Because you need to be proud of who you are. Like I get it. Like I'm not, I wish I was Brad Pitt. That would be awesome, but I'm not. So what I am is someone that's going to treat you fairly. I'm someone that's going to talk to you like a human being. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care, what your background was. I'm going to treat you with respect, and I just expect the same. Yeah.
100%. Now, time flies, man, and I love talking to you. I learn things constantly, and that's why I do this for one. And if you guys are not doing it, start doing it, because this is providing value and this is content for those to learn about you and your guests. What are some final thoughts you would love to share with everyone today?
I think I'm going to be putting out a video on this alone. I have been preaching digital, right? And I see threads in my industry of folks who are amazed that they're using Zoom and on-Zoom video. I'm like, well, yeah, I was an early adopter when Zoom wasn't even out. I was a beta tester in 2008, right? So the digital's here for sellers. Digital is here in a big way, right? You can't show houses, and most people won't let you show their now because they're concerned about being sick or ill. I get it. It's 100% right. We are deemed essential services, but we do have a duty to do things for those folks in a more material way. I've had a premise that any house over $300,000 always gets full 3D video, Zillow 3D walkthrough, full digital presence on the internet, every single one. And my premise is I spend 6 times what every other realtor does, but what I give is true value because I'm not eroding the value of that person's house. The irony is right now, that's your only method you can use to distribute these houses, right? To get them to people. So now everyone's saying they're doing virtual open houses and digital open houses, but all they're really doing is playing catch up for what they should have done as a value add for the industry long ago. So if you're buying and selling, my advice is you should work with someone that's really, truly digitally savvy. And I say it a lot in video. If you see someone typing on their phone like that, probably not your digital person. If you see someone typing like that with two thumbs, might be your digital person, right? So value is don't let someone experiment on your most valuable asset. Go to the folks. I don't care what region they're in. You'll find them. Their presence will be on the internet. And go to them. They're the experts in digital. Digital is obviously here to stay. This is not going away now. And it's going to change the way that realty, schooling, everything else is done. So that's my advice.
That's awesome. And Karen Abramson said, I don't look like my business card I look better in real life. Well, that's when it's time to get a different business card. And check out my web cards that Christian Loran and I have been, promoting right now. I know a lot of people don't have the money, but this is the way right now of the future. And if you don't have a website, that's a mini website on steroids that acts as your business card. And we'll actually have a picture of you that's real and lifelike right now, so that people know who you really are. And I shared before your Facebook. Let me share it again. And if you can share and tell people how they get in contact with you, and go to your Facebook page, Morris Agent, Trust Us, You Matter.
Yep. And I will, thanks again, Sean. I will put in the comments down below to my information so everyone has that. But Glen Baker, 973-727-8539. It's Glen Baker on Calendly as well. If you want to set up 15 minutes, let's do it. I don't care if we're going to talk about anything. We can't talk about sports because there are no sports.
There's nothing.
But we'll talk about anything else other than sports, and I'll commiserate with the fact that we missed opening day a little bit. So
100%. But Glen, I appreciate you. You're a great friend. I'm confidant, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call, and we'll be in touch, my friend.
Yeah, and be healthy, and I hope everyone's well, okay?
You too, Glen. Thank you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
There you have it, guys. That was live number 19 on the year. Guys, you got to start providing more value. Do what we're doing here. Just having a conversation. Let the conversation dictate. Don't script anything. And you can see the value. If you didn't see any value, hit that replay button and check us out again. If you need anything on the insurance front, connections, if you need mentoring, if you need a web card, check out connectionmachine.biz. Check out my web card, which is all over this video right there. And if you would like to get on live in the near future, it's booking up fast, but I would love to get you on here as well. So I hope you have an awesome day.